Illuminating white text appears that says, "A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away." Now, curvy golden yellow text stationary in the middle of the screen with stars flying by through hyperspace that reads, "Theory of a Blind Man." Golden yellow text begins to crawl from the bottom of the screen upwards. Episode 3, Return of the Gamer. After the live stream struck back, many clips remain from the destruction of the streams. Hashtag A11Y Gaming highlights and reviews all reside within this channel. Darth Twizzler continues his reign over the galaxy with more content in accessible gaming for all total blind gamers. Soon, all games will be accessible to a totally blind gamer, but until that time has come, Darth Twizzler fights to be noticed as a gamer in the hopes that developers will consider accessibility. The text continues to crawl away from view deep into the infinity of space. As the galaxy settles into a new norm here on YouTube, one thing can be certain. The dark side of the Force is more powerful than you can ever imagine. May the dark side of the Force be with you. As the last of the text disappears, we are left with stars flying by view in hyperspace, then fade to black.
Alrighty, good evening everybody. Welcome to Theory of a Blind Man. It is so good to be back. 1, 2, 3. Let's go ahead and bring in my guest, Joe Quirk from Mental Vision. We're going to be discussing the recent delay with Chapter 3 of Circus Masters Revenge. We'll be taking your questions towards the end of the show as well, so try to hold on to those until the end when you can actually ask them and we can pay attention to the chat. But we're going to be discussing all the ins and outs and what's going on with Circus Masters Revenge. So Joe, welcome.
Oh man, it's been a long time. I'm happy to be back with my buddy Wizzle Dizzle.
Yeah, it's good to have you back here.
Yeah, I know we kind of started late. I think that was my fault trying to figure out how to sign into the new and improved.
Well, we got started late because I couldn't figure out why my mixing board doesn't recognize my sound card that you would be normally coming through. So I don't know why it wasn't working, but
it's the power of the dark side.
It's the power of the dark side.
I like your new intro, man. It's awesome.
I've had that for a while. I just haven't had a reason to use it yet. It's only for gaming stuff, so that's why.
It sounds awesome.
Thanks.
I'm like, I want to watch that movie.
So why don't we start off by talking about what you had planned, what the updates are for Chapter 3.
All right. Well, I'm gonna start off with some good news first. So, Igna, my audio engineer for Mental Vision, have tested Chapter 3.
Cool.
And I don't want to spoil too much, but with the settings menu, I know a lot of people had issues with that.
Mm-hmm.
So there's an option to toggle on and off the instructions between each stage and chapter.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so you don't have to get told, swipe 2 fingers left to go to the main menu, and
right.
Swipe up with 2 fingers to pause. And then we added a new feature, which is to skip the intro. So if you've already played a certain chapter, and you start from the beginning, and you already know what's going on in the dialogue, you can swipe two fingers right to skip it and go straight into the game. So that's new. And
Yeah, that seems to be a common feature on a lot of audio games, is the ability to skip intros and skip instructions. So that's cool.
well, we didn't have that before, and I didn't like it either, having to go through over and over and over when I'm just testing it. Having to listen to the same stuff over. It's like, come on, damn it. So we put an option to skip it. And,
Cool.
But I'm not sure if when we launch the update, if it'll let you do it the first time. So if it's your first time ever playing that chapter or stage, it won't let you skip it. So you have to understand the storyline.
Right.
But once you've played it before and you go back and play it again, like if you get your butt kicked or whatever, and you go back to the main menu to get a weapon or a power up or whatever, and you come back, you don't have to listen to it again if you don't want to.
Cool.
And the coin increase if you don't get hit or if you don't die during certain stages have increased.
Nice.
And the daily wheel price was supposed to be increased, and I think it has. In the test version, we had issues with daily wheel because if they didn't activate it for the 24-hour clock. So if we tested it once and we used the daily wheel, that was it for the whole time of test. Unless we deleted it, logged out, logged back in, then we got to do it again. And it was just pain in the butt.
Yeah, testing can be quite annoying.
So those are the good news. The music, the music and the sound volume and all that, sound effects you can increase and decrease. I think that was in the previous version, though. The login for the keyboard is not the up and down swipe thing anymore. I hated that.
Yeah, that was annoying.
So now it's a regular keyboard, which is great.
Yeah, that'll make things a lot easier.
The only problem I had with it is it doesn't tell you how many characters you have. So if you're like, oh man, did I make a mistake? Then you can't go to the context box and see how many characters are there. It won't tell you.
What about what
It'll
you
say
typed?
it'll say hidden.
Oh.
So yeah, and there's no option to unhide it. I complained about that. But having only well, here we go. So we started developing in January of 2020. Okay. Then the virus hit, and then they didn't do nothing for over a year, pretty much, because of the virus. They couldn't go to the office. And IndusNet wasn't able, or not, whatever they did, not doing their jobs and providing my technicians with internet at their houses. Okay. All of them had it, but they are on a data plan. So if they go over certain gigs, they get charged extra, and IndusNet wouldn't compensate them for their internet usage.
That's messed up.
How do you do that? If they were just doing emails, it wouldn't be a big deal. But they had to log into the server, the main server at the company, which is like 18-digit password encrypted. And, it it's a pain in the butt to log into their server, from what I was told. And when they're writing code and whatever, and then they have to upload it to the server, it takes like all their data for their home internet use. And Internet wasn't reimbursing them, so it's costing them more money out of their own pocket to work on the project. So they weren't able to do a lot. And then, let's say, summer of last year, they started going back to work, but like once or twice a week because of the virus. And then it slowed down, and people weren't going to hospitals and dying on the side of the road. So everybody went back to work full time. And they were trying to compare notes, and it was just haywire. And then September of last year, my project manager, Subham, you guys got to hear him during an interview we did in January of 2020, before the virus. And he explained the deadline, and it was supposed to be that year, July of 2020. That's when we were supposed to launch. But yeah. So he quit IndusNet last September, last year. And then my lead technician quit right after him. So then I was down to 4 technicians. Before December, I was down to just 1 technician.
Oh wow!
And he was the brand new one. He started at the end of chapter 2, before we launched. So he really wasn't familiar with the algorithm and the code and the Unity engine. So he had to kind of be educated on his own.
Yeah.
And he wasn't very good. I don't know if he'd ever done gaming before, but he wasn't a quick study, let's put it that way. Almost like he didn't know what he was doing. So Igna and I had so many issues with him because he wouldn't do things right. Say, hey, we need you to take this sound and put it in this place. And then take the other sound and put it in that place. Yeah, so it was just like, holy crap. He couldn't plug them in right. Even when we gave him like descriptive, instructions. Yeah, so right as it sits right now, IndusNet screwed me over, and everybody on my team quit.
Wow!
But they didn't quit me. They quit they quit the company.
Yeah.
Because IndusNet got rid of their gaming department.
Which is really messed up because you think they would at least uphold their contractual agreements.
I spent $40,000. You think they would, finish? It was my mistake. Was paying off the project before it was complete. But I trusted.
That's how it usually works, though. You pay, and then you get your product. You can't go into a store and say, "Give me the product, and then I'll pay you for it." No, you wouldn't.
No, layaway. You pay and pay and pay until you pay it off.
Yeah.
And then you get your product.
I don't think anybody does layaway anymore.
I'm just saying that's how that works. But I paid off the project in 2020. So we've had 2 years of just bullshit.
Yeah.
And then everybody quit, and I was stuck with just one guy, and he wasn't very familiar with the project anyway. I'm surprised I still have hair. I've been wanting to rip it all out.
Yeah, there's got to be some kind of recourse that you can take since you did. It is written down in a contract, and
that's true. But I'd have to pay a lawyer in India to fight my case, and they're a corporate establishment. So what's to say that multi-million or billion-dollar company wouldn't just pay that lawyer to go away and scrap my case before it even went to somewhere?
Yeah.
And then I would waste all the money I spent on a lawyer in India because they would say, well, we tried all we could, but there's no jurisdiction for us to go, whatever, no magistrate, whatever they call it, will see this case. So I spent, how much money? No. So fighting it would be ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
And it would take me even longer for something to happen. Anyways, it's time to move on.
Yeah.
Screw them. But the good news, on top of that, David Oliver from My True Sound came to my rescue and said, hey, Joe, I'll try to find somebody. I'll keep my ears open. And if I find a developer, code writer, who would be willing to, for a small fee, finish plugging in what you need so you can launch, I'll do that.
Cool.
I was like, Superman. My buddy David. Big Dave. And then also, there's a couple of guys that are in India that used to work for EnglishNet. They're not writers, but they're friends, I consider. Will be willing to help me also find somebody.
Mm-hmm.
So I got 3 people right now searching for writers, a writer. I don't need it. I just want somebody who's competent.
Yeah.
He can do a damn good job. So I can get this thing on the App Store. We've been there 2 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a long time coming. A lot of people have been waiting for that Chapter 3.
Me too. Just started testing it in May. So, yes, way overdue. But
speaking of
fun.
testing, there was a question. I guess I could just ask it now because it's part of the conversation. Is are you allowing beta testers?
Too late.
Too late. Okay, there you go. Too late for beta testers.
And even if we were, I wouldn't. There's too many audio issues, and I already know about them. So why would I let some beta testers come in just to tell me, hey,
the audio's messed up.
The audio's messed up. No crap. So I wouldn't do that unless I knew it was perfect.
Mm-hmm.
In my judgment.
Well, if it's perfect, then you don't need beta testers, period.
Right? Well, I mean, I didn't really need beta testers in the beginning, but I wanted to, stir up interest and prove that this wasn't just baloney.
Well, that would be a good reason to have beta testers because they would spread the word.
Well, I'll do that on Apple this when we're about to launch the update. But I played it, and it's freaking awesome. But it's like Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 on steroids.
Mm.
And I think I got my butt kicked so many times before I kind of had to go back to Chapter 1 because the play mechanisms are better now. They're more accurate. The sound matches up with where the enemies are. So as soon as you hear where they're at, and you turn, and you act quick enough, and shoot, bam, they're gone. But before you hear them, you turn and shoot, and you missed them by an inch because they weren't where the sound was. Like it was delayed.
Yeah.
And so even with the beacon, you go beep, and then you shoot, and you miss. Like, what the hell? So even, we have the beacon on now, and you, as soon as you hear it beep, you pull the trigger, bam, gone. So it's better. But in chapter 3, it's holy hell.
So how close are you to finishing chapter 3?
You just need a writer to plug in sounds. The sounds for, let's say, the pistol sounds like the shotgun.
What?
And the machine gun reload sounds like the shotgun reload. But we added Igna created a sound for the machine gun, where it sounds when you're shooting the machine gun, you can hear the spent shells hitting the ground. I'm like, yeah, that sounds like Rambo. Yeah. So I was told this January that IndusNet was getting rid of their gaming department, but they knew I had planned for chapter 4 and 5, and they told me, "Hey, well, we can't do that for you, but we'll try to help you find somebody suitable and competent to help you outside of IndusNet." And I was talking to Subham, and he told me, "Hey, don't worry about that, because I will help you, and so will Pernoy. He was the number one writer, the lead, and we'll help you. We'll get chapter 4 and 5 knocked out. Make sure that there's no issues with chapter 3. Blah blah blah." Okay, so I messaged him after my birthday, a couple weeks back, and then I get a response. "Hi, this is Subham's wife. Your friend was in a car accident last Friday, and he is no longer with us because he died 3 days later in the ICU on Monday." And I'm like, "Oh man." And so I responded to her after a day or two. I'm sorry. Is there something I can do? Is there a way I can reach you? Phone number or some email, something, so I can tell you, or find a way to send you money to help you pay for funeral costs or something, And he was. I got close to him. It's kind of hard not to become friends or best friends with somebody you talk 2, 3, 4 times a week. Not just about gaming, not just about Circus Master, but about life and how his family, my family, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it's kind of hard not to become friends. So 4 years, it's just wow. And he's gone, right? And then I was trying to figure out a way to get a hold of Pernoy, because I had his work email. I didn't have his personal email, so I didn't know how to get a hold of him. And I went on to LinkedIn, and I found him. So I requested the connection, and I saw that there was a mutual connection, Subham. I was like, oh, I wonder what he posted before he passed away. last time we were on.
Mm-hmm.
And I clicked on his profile. This was like a week, a week or so after he passed away. And it said, Subham, there was a post or something from somebody that he it's in his like contacts or whatever, and it said he started a new job or something like that, and it said Subham liked this 2 days ago. Like, wait a minute, how do dead people like things on LinkedIn? Huh. So I'm thinking, well, his wife wouldn't go on there and start liking things.
No, you wouldn't think so.
Yeah. I'm like, I guess he's a zombie now. So I started making me feel like one of those ex-girlfriends that bug the crap out of their ex-boyfriend. And then their ex-boyfriend has their cousin or something call the ex-girlfriend and say, yeah, he's dead. Leave him alone. I'm like, why would somebody lie about being dead? I'm like, am I really that bad of a person? If he really is dead, then I'm gonna feel like I feel like an asshole. But if he's lying about being dead, then I kind of want to know what I did. I don't remember being disrespectful or overbearing, or I was going to offer him a partnership with Mental Vision.
Well, I mean, 4 years of a friendship, I don't think it's you. If he was faking his death, which I don't think, but if he was, I don't think that he would just throw away 4 years of a friendship like that. It doesn't.
Well, I was his employee.
Well,
but then after he quit in this net, we were still on talking terms and planning stuff. And he was like a safety net. He told me, if I can't help you build chapter 4 and 5, I'll help you put it together a team for Mental Vision. And that way, you can trust them because they went through my approval process. And it won't cost you nearly as much as in this net charger.
So who's going to do that now?
David and 2 other guys that are just looking for me.
That's cool.
So if I can trust somebody who passed David's smell test.
Yeah.
So as soon as I can find somebody that we can trust, then it shouldn't take but a day or two for them to plug the sound in the right spots.
Right.
Because the game's finished.
Yeah.
I still haven't beat it yet.
Really quick, just a reminder that yes, we know there's an echo. It's something we can't help this short of notice because
I'm not coming through your board, right? Your soundboard?
No.
I hear it too.
Yeah, everybody hears it. So we apologize for that, but this is as good as we could get it for now. Also, Lou asks, why was the end of chapter 2 so difficult?
Because it had to have something hold you over until chapter 3 was finished. That's why I put Quackshot in there. So, but that's Quackshot is the only part of the game you can save it to the game's whatever it's called, the game store, game shop, whatever. Game Center.
Game Center.
Yeah. As far as I know, I'm the only one that has the record. 32 ducks in a row. But now, I don't want to ruin it. There's another weapon similar to the shotgun that you can also use in the quack shot once you unlock it. And yeah, it was Igna's idea.
How do you unlock the quack shot?
Well, you can buy it in the store, or you get through a certain point in the game, and it's not gifted to you. Yeah, I didn't give that away for free, like I did everything else.
Gotcha.
I gave a lot of weapons away, but if you're in a hurry, you can purchase it. If you purchase the is it level one? Level 1 weapons bundle, it gives you the shotgun. Then you just unlock. Well, you can just go to the shop, to the arsenal, and for 1,000 coins, you can purchase it.
Okay.
Yeah. But there's a new weapon next to it, and you can take that with you once you unlock it. When you get to chapter 3, I think after a certain enemy, so I think stage 3, you get a enemy, and once you get done with that stage, it unlocks the weapon I'm talking about. I don't want to spoil it. And then you can go back to the arsenal and equip it. Not for free. But it's like an upgrade to the shotgun, kind of, but it's not really. That's a separate weapon. And you can take that with you to the quack shop and just go crazy. It's fun. And Igna came up with some, well, him and I both came up with some pretty kick-ass power-ups.
Nice.
So if you're in a free-for-all situation where you got all kinds of different circus people, freaks and stuff coming after you, you aren't helpless. And I know how reload is a pain in the butt, so we made a power-up where you don't have to reload for about 45 seconds.
Nice.
Just hold down. So it turns pretty much every weapon into the machine gun. So, yeah, it's pretty badass. We didn't get to add, for some reason, after Subham quit, because he came to me when I gave him the weapons list for chapter 3, and he's like, "Hey Joe, this weapons list is kind of small, man. You sure you don't want more?" And I said, "Well, yeah, but I didn't know what you guys could do." He's like, "Oh yeah, we could probably put 3 or 4 more weapons." And so I drew up me and Igna sat and talked, and we both came up with some good melee weapons. And the chapter 2 weapons were supposed to consist of the chainsaw, but they never put it in. And so they said, "We'll roll it over to chapter 3. And then guess what? They didn't put it in. So the only weapon I really been wanting as a melee weapon since we started CMR was the damn chainsaw. And they never put it in.
Lame.
Son of a bitch. But there's some good weapons that are new. And I think everybody will get a kick out of it.
Cool. Tim TV said something GTSY. I don't understand, so if you want to clarify that.
SY.
GTSY. Yeah, I have no idea. Tagged me in it, but whatever. So
go touch yourself.
Go That would be GTY.
Yeah, I guess.
Anyway, so I guess we'll go to the chat now. Welcome, First Amendment Ed.
Hey,
Welcome,
Ed.
Willie Rosado. Gabe RPG TV. Welcome. I'm going by memory from what I saw earlier. I know Rainbow Warriors here. Welcome, Rain. Tim TV. Welcome. Blue says it's going to take me a few weeks to beat the last part of Chapter 2. LOL. Hey, what's up, Dave? How you doing, good sir? So if you guys have any questions, now's the time to put them up in the chat. We'll get to those for a little bit.
This will be your last chance for a while.
Last chance for a while is exclusive.
Going deep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and Blind Toes. I almost forgot about Blind Toes. Too bad you can't add the Lancer from Gears of War to the game. Well, you know, it's all audio, so it's just a matter of getting the sound files.
Yeah, somebody said something on the iOS accessible games page on Facebook, on Aaron's page. I think her name was Marianne, something like that. That she hasn't played CMR for a while because the last time she played it, she tried to log in with that screwed up login toggle board thing. Swipe up to put, oh, that was crazy. I hated that. But the Facebook, when she finally was able to put all her stuff in, the Facebook told her she didn't have the developer account to log in, so they denied it.
Oh, jeez.
What? It did to me in the test version, but not in the real app. Not since the last update.
Yeah, sounds
so I
like
told
some
her,
kind of glitch.
You need to go into App Store, make sure you have the updated version. And I said, if it still happens when you re-download it, I said, if it still happens after you update it, or there's no update, sorry, this echo is messing with me. Delete the app off your home screen, but not not the device. And then when you re-download it, try it again. And if that doesn't work, and it's still telling you Facebook's gotta have a developer account, let me know, and I'll see what I can do. Because I'll have to contact Facebook then. But I've downloaded over and over again the CMR app within the last couple of months, and I've done login on the app from the store, and it didn't give me any issues with the Facebook. The only thing is the stupid keyboard that's there. So the new version has a regular keyboard.
Does it have like a proprietary keyboard, or does it use the Apple keyboard?
The Apple keyboard.
Okay.
Where, Q, W, E, R, T, shift is where it's supposed to go, space. So you don't have to worry about scrolling up and down and then what the hell?
Yeah, that is annoying.
I know blind people are smart, but we're not gonna.
We don't need more challenges.
Yeah, put stuff back the way it's supposed to go. It's like.
I wonder if that was something where the developers were like, well, they're blind, so let's make it really easy.
No, I think that was the generic keyboard operation. Apple's keyboard isn't offered unless you ask for it. And they'll give you the plugin for it for free. They don't charge you for it.
Yeah.
But you got to ask for it. Otherwise, you got to figure out how to put your own keyboard in there.
Wow.
And some people do, like David. He doesn't have an Apple keyboard. He has an upgraded plug of his own for all his apps, his games. And like Google, when you go to Google Apps or Google email or whatever, that you can use on iOS or Mac, they have upgraded plug-in for their keyboard. It's not the same as an Apple keyboard.
Yeah.
Oh.
Blue asks, in the future, will you be making any other games?
I want to, but I can't afford it. So, I did make Chapter 3 free. All you have to do is update it on the App Store when it's time. But I've decided if I'm going to go forward, I'm going to do something very awesome. And
what's that?
We're going to take Circus Masters Revenge and get rid of the Revenge. And it will be a new app called Circus Master Remastered.
So you're going to redo the game?
No. It's going to be a brand new game with graphics for the sighted community.
Cool.
I don't like calling people normal because I've met a lot of visually sighted people who are anything but normal.
Oh yeah.
And I don't like considering our community not normal. Just because things on our bodies don't work correctly doesn't make us not normal.
Well, I mean, the term normal itself is kind of subjective because it's referring to the mass populace. That's the general commonality between the populace.
Yeah.
So
I say
the majority of people are sighted, so that's the normal.
The only normal people on this planet are the ones who are just being born.
Yeah.
Everybody else is weird. But normal is in the eyes of the mental vision of the perspective of somebody. So if you're not like me, then you're not normal.
Right.
That's what. Yeah. But anyway, so I'm gonna add graphics, and then we're gonna, instead of being the blind puppy or whatever he calls you, you're just a person.
Mm-hmm.
But you're still gonna have the Circus Master, and maybe a couple other antagonists. We'll see. But yeah,
That'll be a lot of work.
It's gonna be a paid app.
Yeah.
Because Mental Vision's got to start making money here, or we're never going to do anything.
I tell you, you could still charge for CMR because I've seen so many games that are just lame as fuck that cost like $6. Matter of fact, I was gonna do a review on a game that just came out, but I was so bored. Bored to play that game. It was too easy, even on the hard difficulty level. It was all time based, and I don't know. It seems like a waste of time and a waste of $6. $6 isn't a lot, but still at the same time, the marketplace for apps are not that much. So to charge $6 is just a little inflated, I think.
Well, our community, right, the visually impaired community, they know Circus Masters Revenge. If they have never played it, then they at least heard of it. Right?
Well, like Gabe just said in the chat, he's like, I can't wait for. Wait, what does he say? I'm so glad this game is still being worked on. I'm definitely gonna have to get this game and try it out. So there's another new person.
We haven't played it. You can go into the App Store now and download the free Chapter 1 and 2, this Circus Masters Revenge. So when Chapter 3 finally comes out, hopefully soon, you'll be updated on what's going on, and be more familiar with it.
Yeah.
So go have fun with it now. It's going to take you a while to get past Chapter 2 anyway.
Yeah, it's not an easy game. Everybody.
Chapter 3 is a monster.
So,
but it's fun.
Don't expect some kind of game that's blind.
It's not Pokemon.
Or blind bowling or blind football or blind whatever. It's not one of those games.
It's FPS for sure.
Yeah.
It's like Navy SEAL boot camp Hell Week. That's what Chapter 3 is all about. Getting your ass whipped.
Yeah.
And I'm the creator of it. And I still haven't beat it. But there's a surprise ending. Our friends from Canada, the band, such known as in Darkness, gave us a little surprise ending.
Nice.
For free.
Awesome.
They didn't charge me, and I didn't charge you.
Yeah.
So it was a gift.
That's cool. In Darkness is awesome.
Yeah,
I highly recommend everybody check out their YouTube channel for some really good music.
And they love Circus Masters Revenge. I think they have competitions or something. Let's see how many beers we can drink, and then who can beat this level faster.
Yeah. I'm surprised he's not in the chat actually. But Beyond Sight in the chat says hi.
Band practice.
Wait. Gabe says, what made you decide to make this chapter free?
Because the game's free. Why start charging for a chapter? No, it's got to be the same. Because it's just an update. If it was a complete brand new build, like I want to do with the Circus Master Remastered, then yeah, I would charge. But it's just a continuation of what you already have. It's just an update. If you want to support the game, then go buy the weapon bundle. Spend some money on tickets for your power-ups.
Yep.
That's where the fun's at. The power-ups are awesome.
Blind Toes says, Blindfold Games is a ripoff. Not gonna disagree with you there.
Martin's a good dude. He just he didn't have the creativity, imagination to make
good games,
better games. I came to him with Circus Master from the very beginning, and he wouldn't touch it because he didn't have the people to handle it. He told me what I should do. Go on LinkedIn, post a job, look for developers, and they reached. And I don't know, about a week later, I get an email from IndusNet. We're interested.
Nice.
They never done accessibility before. They were thinking, hey, this might be something we need to do.
Gabe says CMR, hands down, sounds way better than that stupid driving mobster game.
Driving mobster?
That was released in the last year.
I haven't played it. I have it downloaded on my phone. I just haven't played it.
I don't even know what game he's talking about. If you got a name for it, put that in the chat, please.
And I downloaded the new dungeon game from what is it? Mickey, Vicky, whatever. That just came out, and Aaron did Aaron from iOS Accessibility did a interview or something like that, and I went to the website, and so what I've been told is it's like audio defense. The mechanism, except it doesn't use the gyroscope. You have to swipe left or right to find your enemy, and then you tap to attack. And
wait, are you talking about To the Dragon Cave?
Yeah.
That's the game that I was talking about earlier.
I haven't played it yet.
It's stupid.
Is it?
It is stupid.
Uh-huh.
There's a talking dove that's your guide. It's stupid. I can't stand it.
It's nothing like the Blind Legend. Not better or worse.
No, actually, it's very similar to the way Blind Legend works.
Mm-hmm.
You got to memorize and have the perfect timing. It's all about timing. Like, if you could memorize the timing, you could play it deaf.
Huh. So it's all like time.
Yeah.
It's not spontaneous.
No, like if you play a level and you kill 3 bad guys, the next time you play that level, it'll be the same 3 bad guys coming from the same 3 directions.
We didn't do that. In CMR, you play something once. The next time you play it, every character enemy is going to be in a different spot.
Yeah.
It's all randomized. That's why I told him, if you make this thing random, or we're going to get emails up the wazoo. That is too easy. It's a baby game.
Yeah.
Make this challenging. So chapter 3, we kind of went overboard.
Yeah. Later, Ed. Thanks for stopping by.
Bye, Ed. Peace out, homie.
Blind Drive. I think I said Blind Drive.
Yeah, Blind Drive, yeah. I haven't played that one yet. I have it downloaded.
Oh, is that the driving mobster game or whatever?
I guess. I don't know. Maybe that's... It's the one that came out last year, I think. I get an email from a friend who is really into... Well, he's a young guy, too. So he's really into accessible games.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll send me an email or a text message or something. Hey, man, I found this new game. Check it out. And I'll go on the App Store and read the description. And if it sounds interesting, I'll download it. But I haven't been able to play anything. I'm too busy worrying about mine.
Yeah.
Like I told you earlier, I'm surprised I have any hair left on my head. I've been trying to rip it out. Frustrated like a son of a gun. I told the new project manager that replaced Subham, I said, "You're lucky I don't live in India." I don't want to let you guys know what I said because it wasn't very nice. But I don't have to deal with him anymore, so I don't care. Not they can sabotage me any more than what they already have.
Yeah, which reminds me, if you guys go to Joe Quirk on YouTube, you'll actually see a couple videos titled Transparency, and he goes through the emails and how unwilling they are to work with Joe to at least finish this project. They just like, no, we're done. F you, we're done. And I was just like, wow.
I told you this earlier. But, like I told the guy on our closing phone call that I was brokenhearted.
Yeah.
And I said, you guys broke my heart. You know, I did this for a certain people, you know, blind people. We don't get a lot of good stuff. I did it for them. And you broke my heart, and you're breaking theirs. And he said, don't be brokenhearted. I said, oh yeah? So let me put it in a way you might understand. All right, you pay a contract company, developed company, to come build you a house on property you just built, you just paid for, right? And then a while goes by, and then they call you and say, "Hey, your house is built. You need to go check it out." And then you go to the house and you walk in, and you're like, "Hey, something's not right here. Where are all the doors and the windows at?" And you call the contract company and you say, "Hey, man, my house don't have no doors or windows." They're like, "Well, we don't build houses anymore. We only build commercial buildings. But we'll do you a favor. We'll give you the blueprints of the house so you can pay somebody else to put the doors and windows in."
Even though it's already paid.
Isn't that what I paid you for? Stupid bastard. And then he started talking to me, and I said, "I gotta hang up before I start saying bad things," and I just hung up. Stupid. Ripped me off.
Yep.
A finished product could be put on the App Store. So if my product is finished, why isn't it on the App Store?
Right.
Piece of shit. So I decided no more contracting through
India.
anywhere. No. The next people developing anything for mental vision are going to be employed by mental vision and mental vision only.
Yeah.
No more this third party shit. If I can't trust them, then they rusted. Bye-bye. I don't have time for that. I can't go through this again.
The people want chapter 3.
I want chapter 4 and 5.
How many chapters do you plan on doing?
It was just going to be 5.
Oh, just 5?
Yeah. But doesn't like it's going to happen. So, chapter 3, and then we're going to go on to remaster, where everybody can enjoy it. So it'll have the same aspects as Circus Masters Revenge with accessibility, but it'll just have graphics for everybody else.
See, I never understood why when they make games for the blind, it's essentially a black screen with audio.
Yeah.
But why not make it for both to begin with? Why not make a game that happens to be accessible?
Well, for me, I wanted to develop a game to prove to other developers, because I kept getting this same message over and over again. There's no market for accessibility games.
Oh, yeah.
There's no niche for it. It's a small market. Almost nothing. I want to prove. And I think being downloaded in over 237 countries, over 3,792 times, and maybe because I gave it away for free, I don't have the net to prove something. But I looked at a game that's kind of popular with graphics, how many times and how many countries they've been downloaded, and I beat them by like double.
Wow.
But they made more money than I did. Their network was more, because they had one like a game like you were talking about. You played it like sucky, but you had to buy it. So, I've proven myself, and I've proven that there's a market here.
Right.
So if I can add a market for everybody else and our market, then I can keep going. And then the accessible Punch Out will be born. That's my final dream.
Accessible Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
No, not Mike Tyson. Not Mike Tyson. No. But I'm going to ask people who are serious to help me. Well, friends of mine, people I've networked with and whatnot, if they're interested. I've already done it a few times. If you want to develop your own character, let me know. And,
there you go.
A couple of people have started. I think I asked you too, didn't I? If you want to develop your own character?
Maybe. I don't remember.
You remember Bill Bulls?
Yeah.
The VA guy? We interviewed. He did a character. He's got them all drawn out. His name, his special move. It's like, oh shit. But he got serious on it.
I had a bunch of characters that I could use for my book.
Yeah, it's got to be a boxer type though.
Yeah.
But I actually started listening to your book again, but I had to keep going back to the beginning because it's confusing. Because I don't know the characters like you do. So I had to go, who the hell was that? Go back. I guess if you jump into like Star Wars 4 and you haven't seen 1 or 2, you might have to go back and watch it over and over again to get the storyline. I'm not saying your book
slow character build up.
Yeah, but it's not that your book sucks, because it's a good read. But it's
well, thank you.
If you're like me and you have a short attention span, I got to go back and read it again. You know.
Yeah.
So. But
that's a really good point, Blind Toes. He says, true, there is a market for accessible games. Look at Naughty Dog's
It's not small.
Last of Us Part 2. Yeah, I mean, that's a good example, and this is what I've noticed is when a good game comes out with good accessibility, we all get behind it and we all praise it and we go the extra mile to tweet about it, to post about it, to give them as much credit as we possibly can and share it as much as we possibly can as well. So it can only benefit somebody to make their games accessible in the beginning.
But there's still a percentage of blind gamers who are just haters.
Well, yeah, of course. There's always going to be those.
And I wasn't expecting that. Especially before a game was even on the App Store. You know. Oh, man. I got beat up on Apple this. I didn't know how to handle stuff. And they did the same thing to David when he came out with the Gold Gun.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, or not Gold, what? You know what I'm talking about. His very first one. And I like, you guys can't treat him like this. You're going to scare people away. Don't you want people to develop games for our community?
Yeah, really.
Why you chew them out? Call their stuff crap before you even played it.
Yeah.
You know? Who wants to build games for that kind of community?
I wouldn't want to.
Nah. But I hung in there. And I... oh, man.
Well, Joe, it's about that time. We got no more commercial or no more questions, but...
All right.
Yeah, it's about it. So thank you for coming on and give us an explanation for Chapter 3 and gives us something to look forward to.
We'll get it figured out. I'm not giving up. I don't turn my back on people, especially people I'm trying to help. So, love you guys, man.
Yep.
Hang in there. We'll get it done. Promise.
Thanks for everybody in the chat. It's much appreciated. Love your comments and questions. If you're watching this replay, go ahead and leave a comment below. Let us know what you think about Circus Masters Revenge, Chapter 3, coming soon. Thanks for watching. This has been Theory of a Blind Man. Take care. See you next time.